All right, Pitt and Penn State, and you saw what happened, 51-6. And Pitt right now is reeling after that one, although it's not a conference game. That begins this coming week. So let's talk about where they are in year 4 of Pat Narduzzi. Tim Benz, have they regressed from year 1 to year 4?
Yeah, I wrote that in the Trib, got a great deal of heat from it from Panther fans all over the place, but I think there's a lot of evidence on the table to suggest that. Their record was worse last year, and 2 years ago, I think a Pitt Panther team that was better played and beat a Penn State team that was better. And look what's transpired now. They're 51-6 margin of victory, margin of defeat against that same Penn State team on their home field. I do think that the Narduzzi era has started to go backwards at this point.
And I don't know if I worry about regression for the program as a whole, but I wonder about Pat Narduzzi and where his head was at on Saturday. For a guy who tries to play it so close to the vest with his players leading up to these Penn State games, who claims that this is the game of the year, this is their Super Bowl, and I'll never argue that it's a rivalry because even as a Penn State alum, I believe it is, but Pat Narduzzi makes this game the game.
And then they can't get the coin toss right.
They can't even get the coin toss right, and he's getting penalties called on him because he's clearly fired up and emotionally starting to lose his cool on the sideline. I mean, that's not the example you want from a guy.
So my question is, what are they regressing from? Pitt has had an endless cycle of mediocrity since Marino left. They've averaged 6 wins this season. And so the moral of the story here for me is no matter how many quote-unquote signature wins Narduzzi has and this idea that Kenny Pickett is the next
Kenny Heisman.
Kenny Heisman, the coach and quarterback right now don't look like enough for this program to get back to where it was for a sliver of time in the mid-70s into the early 80s. And I think they'll continue to just kind of chug along as a 7-win or 6-win team.
Yeah, even if you don't want to admit as a Panther fan that they've regressed, how can you say that they've gotten any better? And if you haven't gotten any better under this coach in 4 years, being stagnant is going backwards.
All right, Chris, I want to ask you this. Last night we saw Penn State continue to throw the ball down the field with a very comfortable lead. They even challenged a fumble with a minute left, leading 51-6. Your thoughts on that? Was James Franklin justified in running up the score and using those tactics?
In a big ball game against Akron like this, Pomp, you got to do everything you can to pull out all the stops. I don't agree with the challenging of the fumble. That you lost me there. But I mean, at one point they've got their freshman quarterback in there running a series, and Pitt still doesn't stop. And he wasn't the only freshman in there either. So at a certain point, he did call the dogs off. I can't explain the fumble challenge though. It's just, that's a bad look on James Franklin.
I don't think he ever called the dogs off. And these are the little things about Franklin that drive me nuts, okay? Yeah, right. Very obnoxious. Yep. He wins a good amount at Penn State. Give him credit for bringing the program back. But I think he is very, very swarmy at times.
Penn State people will tell you Narduzzi's the same, though.
Okay, fine.
So I hear that on Twitter all the time.
Narduzzi has temper tantrums, but I don't think Narduzzi, and I think Narduzzi is more thin-skinned than Franklin, but you know, to amplify,
it's unsportsmanlike what he did in the last 5 minutes of that game.
What was he doing it for? There's no doubt he was doing it, but why? Because Pitt wants to continue the rivalry? Is that like an affront to Penn State? That wasn't trash talk. They just want to play you.
Did he have an offense? Wait. Did he have an offense full of freshmen in there at the end?
Yeah, but he's going up top with them.
Okay.
Even Pitt was trying to run the clock out.
He's putting a bunch of freshmen in to play football.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. If McSorley gets hit low with 7 minutes left in that game and is done for the year, you're not ripping James Franklin?
No, and I'm not going to sit here.
Come on, Chris, you got to kill him for that.
I'm not going to sit here and defend James Franklin like he's my favorite. I'm not a huge
There are 5
James Franklin
touchdowns.
fan.
Why is McSorley in the game? Why is he dropping back the throw?
He was brought out with 5.5 minutes left in the game.
My God, they should have put the Whippeal running clock on the board there.
All right, we're due for a break. Mercy rules, who knows? We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about a little controversy that happened yesterday. You may have missed it at the U.S. Open Women's Final. Serena loses and then pouts about it. We'll talk about it next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Showdown.